Hi, this is Stuart with the Asheville Radio Museum, and what we're looking at today are some of the beautiful designs in 1920s radios, which by the way also had very interesting names. People wanted their radios to be beautiful in beautiful walnut or mahogany cabinets that would match the decor in their living rooms when they're showing off their radios to their neighbors. So let's take a look at a few of those and see what they might be. This first one here is called a Tombstone radio, and it's called that because it looks more or less like the type of tombstone you would see in a graveyard. So what we have here now is another one of the interesting shapes from the 1920s, and this particular style of radio is called a cathedral radio, because if you look at it, it is shaped somewhat like the cathedrals were back in those days, and that's how it came to have that name. But why were radios made in these shapes to begin with? It's because the early radios did not normally include speakers, and speakers were rather large, and people wanted the speaker to be built into the radio. So what you see here is that the speaker is behind this grill, and it's now become a part of the radio, just as it is in the Tombstone radio that we looked at. So we've looked at a cathedral radio and a Tombstone radio so far. And if you look at the shape of this radio, can you guess what this one might be called? Well, I'll give you a hint. It opens from the top, just like a coffin. And so this radio's shape came to be known as a coffin radio. And there was a reason for this shape. In the early 1920s, people often had to attach the wires or change the tubes in radios themselves. And so by having the coffin lid, it made people able to have easy access to do those things inside the radio.